FunPop. 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 And hello, everybody. Welcome to FunPop episode. I don't know what it is. 38. Hi. Yes, we are here. We are live. We missed last week because last week I think all of us were sick. Jasper's.
I don't know if Psycho was, but I think Psycho might have just been trolling.
Maybe he was trolling because Jasper was sick. Yeah. I was sick.
I felt out of place. I was like, man, Jasper's sick, Mav's sick. I'm like, yeah, I'm sick too.
Yeah, dude. I'm still like getting over this shit. It's like I've underestimated the minorness of it. I think, like it's like an annoying just little thing that won't go away at this point now. But like Jasper, are you feeling better, dude? You 100% yet? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Cool.
About as good as it's gonna get.
About as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Right on. And since Psycho was probably just high when he said he was sick, he seems like he's fine now as well. What's up? We'll start with you. What's up, Psycho? How's your week been going, man?
It's been going all right. Been watching. Been catching up on Sword Art Online, the anime.
Oh, right on.
Did you start that?
Huh?
Did you just start that?
No, I've watched it. I'm rewatching it because season 4 comes out on February 6th. So I was like, let me catch up. And so when season 4 drops, I'm all caught up.
Is it good again?
I like it. I mean, it's an anime about video games. So
I mean, because like the first season, after episode 13, it's like now we're in fairyland, and it's like I don't fucking care.
Yeah, because I think I don't know why that happened. I'm guessing that it got so popular that they just continued the season.
Yeah.
So this way, because how they ended it, they're like, oh fuck, we can't really add to that. So let's go into a different MMO. So that's what that was. And then season 2 is the Gun Gale Online.
Yeah.
GGO. So that's what I'm halfway through season 2 now. So, but that standalone GGO, that's horrible.
The one with the pink little anime chick.
Yeah. I didn't like it. I was like, fuck is this? But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been watching fucking shows. Shit.
Right on. What about you, Jasper? How you been doing, man? You've been watching Sword Art Online in Fairyland?
No, I watched that years ago. I've been watching Ghost Hunters, so.
No, yeah. Did you do the Discovery Plus thing?
Yeah, just been watching old Ghost Hunters and the new ones whenever they drop.
Yeah. We watched a couple episodes. It's still not grabbing the nostalgia that I had for the old ones still, we watched the first episode and it was like they didn't find anything and it was supposed to be this really scary place. Except for a couple of the when they do those EVPs, but you can't is that when they put on the screen what it says, but you're like, did it say that? I don't even hear anything. What the fuck are they talking about? I've
been watching old episodes and they're like, look at this EVP and it shows the audio line, or whatever. And they're like, but I'm just looking at the audio line and it's flat. I'm like, where the fuck is the noise coming from if it's just a flat audio?
Right.
It's the guy. I'm going to hear you. See? Yeah.
Well, back in the day, I remember there was some of those that really stood out that were creepy as hell. There was one and it's it's unmistakably what the hell they're trying to say or what they say. Now you don't know if somebody's messing with them or if they planted it or whatever. I don't know how those goes, but the Ghost Hunters people, for some reason, I always trusted them more than all the other paranormal shows. Irresponsibly.
Was it the Roto-Reader people?
I don't know why.
Yeah, that's them.
Okay.
And they I remember one, they were at this house and this old man's voice says, "I miss Adam," and it was like, wow, yeah, that's crazy. So then there's one where a dark shadowy figure appeared over a railing in a lighthouse,
And then it jumped across.
And those ones like, okay, that's like weird shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
like,
remember that one.
Stuff like that's kind of made me always wonder, like, is the show real? Is it planted? Or is it like, is this the only legitimate show out there? Because a lot of times they're like, well, not much here. Yeah, I don't think you got anything, you know? And it's a boring ass episode, you know?
Yeah. I've seen a spirit, so I'm a believer.
How high were you when you saw it?
That's besides the point. But no, I was at my buddy's house and we're sitting there watching a movie. And then I look over and I see a freaking face off the reflection of the front door.
Your face?
No, it was just a blue door. And I just, for whatever reason, like something, I just like looked over and I saw a face and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, just look at the front door. And then like he turns and he's like, what am I looking at? And I'm like, dude, I saw a face. I'm like, I was freaked out. And then
man, I think we all have a couple of those like crazy stories, you know, like and stuff. I got a couple, but we did like a Halloween stream and I shared a couple of them. They're pretty like long and drawn out and stupid, but it's crazy, man. Like I want to believe in the ghost hunter stuff because it makes the show better. That's the only reason I want to believe in it. Other than that, man, the shit creeps me out. So we're gonna move on from that. So there's some other cool stuff that happened this week besides Taps coming onto Discovery Plus, or for those, Taps is Ghost Hunters, guys. Ghost Hunters coming onto Discovery Plus and stuff like that. There's some Star Wars games were announced, a trifecta, a three-piece, all coming
Respawn.
From Respawn, right? So it seems like Disney, Lucas, they're all extremely happy with the success of Jedi Fallen Order, that they've gone on to say, okay, Respawn, you're going to make 3 Star Wars games now. And like this studio that started, you remember this studio Respawn started with Vince Zampella leaving Infinity Ward with a big fallout from Activision. And he went on to go to form Respawn with, I believe it was Jason West actually joined him at the time. And I also brought in a lot of the talented devs from Infinity Ward. And those of you that don't know, Infinity Ward is the people responsible for making Call of Duty.
Specifically the Modern Warfare games.
Yes, but they even before Modern Warfare, they did like Call of Duty and Call of Duty 2.
But this is what they're known for, is like Modern Warfare.
Yeah, they're known for Modern Warfare. And they so Vince Zampella, they left, and then they formed Respawn. Respawn's first game was Titanfall, which at the time was an Xbox exclusive game. Then they released Titanfall 2, then Apex Legends, which is a massive success. Jedi Fallen Order. I don't remember if Jedi Fallen Order was before Apex. I think it may have been. Apex Legends.
I think it was after.
It was after.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was after.
And then they now are doing 3 new Star Wars games. And man, they've just went on to do lots of awesome stuff. You can barely hear me, Lupa. Is anybody else having audio issues for me? Because my mic has been having some problems. Sup, 3-bit? How's it going, dude? Welcome to the show.
Hey, I just got off work.
I work on the beach.
Yeah, I work on the beach. You know, but it's going good. There's a lot that's been happening in the gaming world and also the movie, TV show world. I still have not seen Boba Fett. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
But I will see. Okay, it is okay. I forgot there's scooters or something you said last episode.
Dirt scooters, yeah.
Dirt scooters, the Vespas.
Yeah, I'll find out what that means.
Oh my god, yeah. You'll see it and you'll be like, what the fuck? Luckily, so far it's been to 1 episode. I haven't watched episode 5 yet, so
Episode 5 was probably the best episode so far.
Well, that's good.
There's no Boba Fett in it either.
So they're saying a little bit low for mic volume. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me see if I can't.
Is it all of us, or is it just?
Is it all of us, or is it just me?
I think it's just you. That's because Lupa said it was you, and then Demonic said it was you. So possibly just you. I'm not sure. But
Okay, hold on. Let me see something. Test. Hey, everybody. What's up? Blah, 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 blah. Nope, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Okay, there we go.
The wrong one.
Test. Hey, is this any better? People, hi. Is that better? I don't know why. I mean, the level looks fine on YouTube. I mean, on OBS. But you never know. Like OBS, it's better. Okay, cool. I turned up my gain knob a little bit, so hopefully that helps.
There you go. Right.
Thank you for pointing that out, everybody. Appreciate it. All right, so 3-bit. What have you been up to? Just
been working on the beach,
animating, making ducks and lizards move.
Yeah, I've just been working on a couple commercials and animations and stuff. So teach kids how to animate. So I've been doing that. And if I am lucky enough, playing some games when I can. I played a little bit of Halo last night, and that was really fun.
I played with you like a couple nights ago for like 2 matches,
like a day before yesterday or something. Yeah. So it feels good to play Halo again after a while. I do want to finish some games over the week. I want to finish Guardians of the Galaxy, stuff like that.
So, yeah, I'm pretty close to the end on that. I haven't finished it yet. Yeah, it's a good game.
Shout out to Spooky. He's back in chat. Good to see you back in here, Spooky.
I was just about to say, Spooky Sprocket, dude.
Hey, man.
Welcome back to the realm of YouTube and Twitter and just being awake in general, man. It's like freaking crazy that you're here, dude. So we're all super happy to see the progress and to know that you're making it out of this, dude. So just keep up the recovery and no rush to get back into action. You know, take your time, make sure you're all right, and spend some time with those kiddos, man. Good to see you here, bro.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
So, as I was saying about Respawn, they have ascended into one of the best and biggest development studios, it seems like, now that are going to be growing exponentially, adding 3 Star Wars games to the fold. One of them is a presumed sequel to Jedi Fallen Order. They said the Jedi series, so like we don't know exactly what it's going to be called, I don't think, at this point, but most people would assume Jedi Fallen Order 2, but who knows? I don't know how it ended because I didn't finish the game, but did it end on a cliffhanger? Anybody that's beaten it like for like a sequel?
I can't remember. It's been so long since I played it.
I remember towards the end, you fight Darth Vader. You find out that your teacher was a Jedi, and she refused to use the Force, so she taught the Sith that's like the main villain in the game. So you fight with her. I can't remember, I remember like the kind of the last level where like Darth Vader's there, and that was such an awesome scene, but I can't remember anything after that. It's so weird.
Yeah, it seems like nobody remembers the end of this game.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game.
It's been a while. I've only played it once, and it came out. So
I've never finished it. I got this glitch on my game now that like.
Did I spoil it then?
You didn't spoil anything.
I mean, it's 3 years old.
Yeah, it's my fault at this point, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got this glitch. I'm on this rooftop, and like, there's all these enemies standing around me, and they're just hanging out. It's weird. What were we saying, Psycho?
No, it's just it's so it's gonna be collaboration with other studios making these games, so it's not just Respawn.
Right.
Respawn's overlooking. So I'm assuming that Respawn is going to do either Fallen Order 2 or whatever Jedi game that they're working on, and then overlook on the other, the FPS, and then the strategy game that I don't know who's going to do the FPS game, but Bit Reactor is working on the strategy game. Bit Reactor, they're pretty much worked on, what was it? SOCOM? Not SOCOM.
XCOM.
Are they just using those other studios as support studios, or is Respawn still the main studio working on the game though? Like,
I think they're
okay.
The main
at least
studio.
with the,
I
don't know.
I just looked up
working. They're working with Respawn. So either there's a couple people from Respawn working with Bit Reactor for that strategy game, because that's what they kind of do best. But like I said, the first one is definitely Respawn. Second one, I don't know the name of the studio. They don't say the name of it. Is just the gentleman that's working on it is
could be EA's new studio they made in like Seattle or whatever.
It could be, because Hirschman, he works out of LucasArts games, and he's done the Force Unleashed, and he's done and then the Battlefront games for the FPS. And
well, we know DICE is not doing Star Wars. They said they only want to work on Battlefield.
Yeah,
and so we also know that Vincent Pella is now heading up Ripple Effect as well, which is we used to be DICE LA, and they're making a new IP. Right. Yeah. I don't know if they've announced what that game is. I guess
the new IP could be a Star Wars game. One of these.
It could be.
They didn't want to do Battlefront, right?
Yeah, they don't want to do that.
Right.
I mean, I understand why. They kind of screwed up the launch of the second.
Yeah, they killed that franchise.
Yeah.
So, what do y'all want from like a first-person shooter Star Wars game?
Republic Commando 2, baby.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Because the guy that's working on it, the Hirschman, he said that he is he's inspired by classic Star Wars titles like Dark Forces and Dark Forces 2. And never got the emotional, never forgotten the emotional and excitement he felt playing FPS inside the Star Wars universe.
Yeah,
so
those were Doom style games, by the way, for people who don't know. They played like old Dooms.
Yeah.
So the Doom clones, like
pretty
much a lot of those back then, right?
Mm-hmm. So definitely exciting. If that's what the direction that they're going to go towards, is like a darker, possible like trooper style FPS, like Republic Commando back on the original Xbox.
See, if they're using Dark Forces inspiration, though, I would think it'd be more of like just a rebel soldier or something, like running through secret missions.
It could be a rebel soldier, could be clone.
What's the name of the guy that was in Rogue One that he's getting his own show?
Cassio.
Yeah, like the Italianish guy, whatever, Spanish guy. I don't know, but he was in Rogue One. You could do a game from his perspective, probably, right? Like, they're making him a focal point character in the universe, and I was thinking like a Mandalorian first person shooter, or like Boba Fett first person shooter, but then like first person, like jetpacks and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how that would go so well. I think that'd be better for third person.
Making one off of a show though, because they want to protect that IP.
Yeah. 3-bit, what is it? You know what it is. Tell us.
What?
The first person shooter. Come on.
I don't know.
Okay.
I know some of the UV stuff, but
yeah.
I want to see a Outcast.
Yeah, there's not going to be 2 Mandalorian games out there, right? So it's going to be just one. So this EA one's probably not going to be that. So yeah, as far as the EA game goes, you said Outcast? Like, what do you mean by Outcast? Like Andre 3000 and Big Boy out there? Like,
No,
no, like
not that
the
outcast.
Jedi Outcast games where it's basically
Oh.
Jedis versus Jedis, and then they have it like you could choose like different lightsabers, different types of fighting. I really enjoyed games like that. Like, yeah, it'll be cool to see first person and like maybe you play as Stormtrooper, like Republic Commando, where you can like people are moving away from strategy for some reason, but it was cool in Republic Commando where you can kind of order your squad around. So if they do go the route of like a first person where you're like a stormtrooper, I would like for them to do like a Republic Commando too. But any other thing, I would love for them to try out like unique combat with a Jedi Outcast. Like, it would be 3, I think, because I think they did a second one, if I'm not.
See, is
Outcast games were part of the Academy ones too? I think it was Academy 1, 2, and then Outcasts.
Is that Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy? Those games?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah. So I guess it would be like the fourth or something one.
And I think technically Dark Forces was the prequel to those games.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that came out on PC back in the day. I have Dark Forces on PC, but
Okay.
Kate says, will the Outcast game be called Star Wars? Hey yeah, hey yeah. All right.
That's obviously the sequel. So
yeah.
Now, I thought no, well, they don't own the IP, but they Activision worked on Jedi Academy 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think Raven Software did that.
That's
so.
Yeah, I mean, what? That's the question. Like, I guess EA does have the rights for a Star Wars game. I guess these are the last few games. What was the license?
That deal's already done. So there's other people putting them out now.
So now they could still make Star Wars games, but other people can too. Was that the deal?
So now if you want a Star Wars game, you have to go to Disney first and say, hey, we want to make a Star Wars game, and then you have to like design your own characters. You can't like, if you want to make a character based off something that's already in the show, they have to approve it because like there's a bunch of lore shit that they want to make sure stays correct. So it's kind of a pain.
That makes sense. Like they have a whole lore team.
Right. So they have that deal with EA, and then they have KOTOR is coming, which is
Quantum. Or wait, no, that's Vispo.
I don't remember the dev, but Sony is publishing it, I think. And that's,
I think it's a timed exclusive.
For timed exclusive for
3 years or something.
Don't know how long. I don't know if it's been announced yet, but as far as that goes, we're getting a KOTOR remake. Then we're also, Ubisoft has said that they are working on a Star Wars game as well. So we don't know what that is right now. But it's made by Massive, I think, is what they announced.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a massive project. Whatever it is going to be a big deal, right? Like you don't put UB Massive on a game if it's going to be something that's just like, oh, we're going to try this little game. You know, you're going to make something big. You know, so
and it's going to be
have to
on
climb
the Snowdrop.
towers
and Snowdrop. Yeah, it'll be in Snowdrop.
Yeah, so that's going to be. I would love to see like a Division style Star Wars when it comes to that. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, we've had our discussions about our dream for that game before.
Yeah,
you know, we got lots of ideas. You know, it seems like Ubisoft was really listening to us when we were pitching Splinter Cell ideas in the past. So I'm hoping they were listening to us when we were pitching this Star Wars game.
Maybe 3-Bit's the mole right there that's just passing it along.
He could be. He could have taken
chilling on the beach.
He could have taken our thoughts and like, hey guys, look, just go listen to these shows.
Came up with.
This is what the fans want.
This is what you need to do. This is what you know. Maybe that's what's happening.
Maybe.
So as far as that goes, though, at least we're getting some cool news, you know, with Star Wars that it seems like they're not just going to anybody, right? It's not like it used to be with these licensed games where it's just kind of random, like, oh, we're making a little Star Wars game and you never heard of the people before and all this stuff. I mean, these are big time devs working with other big time devs trying to create big time quality games with these licenses now. So licensed gaming is taking a huge turn this last decade or so, and looking forward to where Star Wars games going. Because man, EA really squandered that opportunity at first with just Battlefront, and Battlefront 2, and Jedi Fallen Order. I think that's all they got out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
By the way, Aspire is doing the Jedi.
Yeah, it's
remake.
Aspire?
And Aspire. And then Quantic Dream's doing the High Republic game.
Okay.
So
yeah, Quantic Dream game. I forgot about that one.
So that's 6 so far.
And then
that's gonna be big too.
One comes out in April. Lego Star Wars.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
that's
actually
the one
really excited for that.
A lot of people are. I've actually heard
it looks really different and good.
Yeah, that's what I've been seeing on Twitter.
The next gen update.
People are saying that like the animations even and all this kind of stuff are different. And it's like
this is like the biggest
decided
Lego game.
to make a AAA Lego game or something.
Right. I think this is gonna sell well. You know.
So some of those backgrounds are like close to photorealistic. I'm like, it's crazy. And then you see like your Lego person like in the game, but they do it so well. Like you saw, if you zoomed in on the Lego characters, they look like if they were molded like literally out of plastic, and you could see like some wear on the costumes, and like it's just really done well, and it looks really good. And
did you watch the gameplay breakdown?
No.
There was like they were talking about it in the trailer, like they're adding a new blaster mechanic where it's like a first person like shooter or something. I don't know.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks different. Like for if people haven't checked that game out, or if like they are not interested in Lego games at all, at least look at the trailer for this one, because it's pretty cool.
Does it have online?
I don't know.
That's an answer that I have not found out from anybody. And even if you try and look up the answer, I don't think you can find the answer to this question.
Well, they just now started putting out info, so maybe give them another month.
Because these Lego games are infamous for not having online co-op, right? Not that I mean, it's still value in it, obviously, if it doesn't, right? You can play it single player, you can play it couch co-op, right? But man, it just seems like such a missed opportunity for a game that has this much excitement over Lego again, especially, right? Like, and
maybe they'll do it in this one because it's supposed to be like the one Lego game.
This is their largest Lego game to date, so maybe we'll have multiplayer.
Yeah, this is all nine movies.
Yep, and it's open world in some parts and stuff, and
so I can see them.
How long have they been working on it?
For a while.
I don't know. It looks like it looks freaking polished. Like I'm actually really excited for it.
They haven't done anything
since The Force Awakens. That was the last Star Wars Lego game we got.
Well, didn't they almost go under like that whole entire company, like Traveler's Tales?
Traveler's Tales.
Well,
no, I'm thinking of the Walking Dead team. What's their name? Telltale.
Telltale. Yeah.
Yeah, they
went under and then they came back or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I always get those
working on their
mixed
old
up.
IP again.
Traveler's Tales owned by WB, so that's like the whole Disney acquisition and stuff, whatever.
Yeah,
that's right. Man, that Lego franchise is huge. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that game does also.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they'll introduce I think they will have maybe possibly have an online co-op, possibly with this one at least. But they haven't really said anything because I think they're going to like surprise people. And be like, oh, by the way, there's online multiplayer or online co-op with this, because
they may have like cut that because the rumors are that this game's in like heavy crunch, like, and it's been delayed a few times, so they may have had to cut multiplayer.
Yeah,
to get the game out.
They bring it out later.
I'm gonna take a quick second here, guys. So, my daughter made this huge sticker sheet.
Hey,
it's awesome. Massive. So thanks,
Hello, Kitty.
Thanks.
How long did it take her?
She's been working on this for a couple weeks because her Grammy sent her all these stickers on through the mail, and so she made this thing. Yay, baby, love it.
Yay, that's awesome.
There you go, sweetie.
World premiere.
I'm gonna drop it. Let me grab it. There you go. All right, sorry about that.
That's awesome.
I love it, babe. She's gonna hang that in her room. Yeah. So, dude, Lego. That game, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little excited about it now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch.
That was
some
like my
stuff.
most hype game last year until it got delayed.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was
What-
like nothing really coming out,
Yeah.
and I was just like, okay, Lego. All right, let me look at this game, and I seen trailers for it. I'm like, this is really. It feels like whoever's directing this game, they're putting all of their passion into this one project. Because yes, the other Lego games are good, they're fun, right? All the other Star Wars Legos they're pretty fun. This just looks polished, and it looks like they had time to actually put into the lighting and
they reworked the mechanics too from at least from the first
completely
6.
right.
Yeah,
They completely
From the first 6, because the first 6 came out. They had the Skywalker saga. That was like the first 6, and then they definitely reworked the mechanics on it. So they said it plays a lot better and it controls so much better. Because I mean, some of those Lego games, that camera, man, it gets wonky as hell, and you're like, you don't even see your character, and it's because it just can't. I don't know why it spins like how it does in some angles, and it's just weird.
When does it come out? What's
April 4th, I think.
Okay, so that's not far away. You think it'll get delayed again, or you think it's prepped and ready?
Well, if they wouldn't put out an April 4th date like this soon, if it's not coming out.
Yeah, I agree.
But they just got announced, I think, last week. So
Okay, right on. Looking forward to it.
Probably went gold then.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thanks for hanging out. Just pick the click. AssassinLupa, good to see you in the chats and hanging out.
Yes.
Again, I know you've been away for a little while, so good to see that as well. We gave a huge shout out to Spooky. Again, awesome to see you there. Doom Reaper, Toolman, Demonic Furby, General Spartan, Chris Jones. It's Silder's Bane. If I'm saying that right?
He's talking about
Kate, the
what did he
Hellboy.
say? He said something about KOTOR going to be trash.
KOTOR is
Well,
gonna be trash
because they're going more action, like kind of like God of War style instead of how it was for the original Xbox. But hopefully that's just a additional play option and not the way it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something kind of controversial. I guess it's not controversial, but it's just my opinion. KOTOR 1 and 2. I remember when it came out, and I would look at reviews for it. I had like all the magazines and stuff, looking up news when it came out. I was watching like X-Play that at the time. I like recorded on my VHS tape.
You're going down a path I cannot follow.
Come on, Attack of the Show was the show to watch.
Yeah, no.
Attack of the Show. I loved all those shows.
Yeah,
back in the
but
day.
X-Play was the review.
Yeah.
Then they had Playground. I think that was another one. It was like X-Play, Playground, Attack of the Show,
Heaters, Cops. Yeah, this is all G4.
Yeah, Cops was in there.
Have y'all been watching any of the G-Force content since they came back at all?
No.
Oh yeah, I follow them all the time.
Yeah.
I've been watching. Oh yeah, Adam
I
Sessler.
like Adam Sessler.
I like
Still-
Sessler's. Like he knows a lot about the industry too. He's like done stuff with games, and
been in it forever.
he always has like a different perspective and different take on things, and you're like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah,
So I do like that about the guy.
yeah. Even
But-
his take on Halo was interesting.
Yeah.
I got to see what he said about Halo. But anyways, the one thing I didn't like about KOTOR, I love the story. I love the mechanics where you can be good or evil. I just the time it came out, I guess the combat wasn't for me. So I didn't really like it. Maybe if I go back, I can appreciate it more because I was a kid when it came out. I
It's
was just like,
rough. It doesn't hold up that great.
okay. So maybe the combat being, more like a God of War, like you were saying, Psycho, would be a good thing because I really like the combat. I know it's nostalgic. People have to sometimes take off their nostalgic glasses.
The
story was amazing. I always loved the story.
Yeah. So I liked how it was, but that for me, like all those BioWare games were great. Obsidian did KOTOR 2. but that had a horrible ending, and then they fixed the ending, and then they had a remake. But I think the remake was only for, or not remake, but the remaster was only for
Mobile, wasn't it?
PC.
Oh, I know there was a mobile version too, but
yeah, but they so they fixed the ending, and it's a lot better, but it never made its way to console, I believe. But I enjoyed the combat, but it is off-putting. It's kind of it's like a PC point and click. That's
I think it's just the UI.
Turn-based. It's not the turn-based, but it felt like that. Kind of reminded me of was it Dragon Age 1? Same feel.
Yeah.
But that was a straight PC port. You could totally tell that was a PC port. It wasn't really meant for, I mean, can't say meant for console, but it played better as being a point and click. Same thing with KOTOR. But like I said, I played it on my original Xbox. I enjoyed it. If they added a function, like an option to have a run, like a God of War style action, that'd be great.
I think Dragon Quest 11 or 12 does that, where you can either do turn-based or like live combat, don't they?
Oh, you can like switch it?
It's turn-based, but you can move your characters around.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
So you can run around behind the guy while your turn is coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but you
so
still
they may do
hit.
something like that.
So
yeah,
if that's the case, then that'd be cool. But if you start changing too much of the game, then you can't really call yourself a remake. It's a whole different game at that point.
Yeah,
Reboot.
remake or reboot, or I think like okay, so the Resident Evil games are good examples. Like Resident Evil 1 and 2 remakes, like they're completely different games, but they still kind of have the same story, right? That took place. So, like, I think you can change it to a certain point, but also,
they're rewriting the story too, though, Matt. That's the thing,
right? So it depends. I know where do they go? Like, now rewriting the story, like, is it still keep the same basic plots and all that stuff, or is it just like a whole new story altogether without any of the same things happening? Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder how far they'll take.
The girl that's doing it is like anti-Star Wars, so it's odd why she got the part to rewrite the story.
Right.
So I don't get it.
Yeah,
so I don't know
it'll
where
be
they're
interesting.
Go.
Like, it depends on how serious she takes her job and her role, right? Like, I get it. Like, you want like an ultra Star Wars fan to, and you want it to stay true to like the best game. For a lot of people, one of the best games of all time,
Yeah, but Dave Filoni only has so much time, so
you can't hire him for everything.
I'm gonna, if you said you wanted to say something controversial 3-bit earlier about that, I'm gonna be honest as well.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people love that game.
Yes,
like that is a game that people are like, this game is perfect. Don't mess with the story. Don't mess with the combat. I just want better graphics. People are on that side.
But that's a remaster, not a remake.
So this is like
this is a remake. Yeah,
this is a complete remake,
right? So this is like more,
but people still like, there's things like, there's things I like about the original. I want like the combat to be similar.
They don't.
I feel like we need to come up with new words besides remake, reboot, and remaster.
Yes,
it's kind of confusing because you have
the Splinter Cell thing. Everybody was thinking remaster, but it's not. Like, it's a, and even if you use the word remake with what they're doing with Splinter Cell, is not really realistic either, because it's a reboot, right? Yeah, they just didn't ever say reboot because I think they want people to have the same idea that it's gonna follow the same basic core elements, right? Because some people, when you say reboot, they have no clue. Is it going to be a third-person action stealth game now? You know what I mean? And I think they like want to ensure people of these kind of things by choosing what they say. So when you just say remaster, remake, reboot, it just leaves it so open for interpretation.
It confuses the heck out of me.
Also, you don't know if like the person that wrote that like article saying it's remastered knows the difference between reboot or whatever.
That's true as well. They don't.
Yeah.
Because it's open for interpretation. It's really this is going to be like a completely remade game with the same overall story arc, and who knows exactly how it's going to play or what the plot points are going to be. But I will say that the only Star Wars games I've ever personally enjoyed were the Nintendo 64 games, Shadows of the Empire and Rogue Galaxy. Or Rogue Squadron. Sorry, not Rogue Galaxy. There was a PS2 game called Rogue Galaxy that I really liked, but Rogue Squadron and Shadows of the Empire. Other than that, I mean, I've played Star Wars games and I have dabbled in them. Like, I just can never really get immersed and really fall in love with one, you know? So I'm hoping that these new games, including this remake, will do that, because I did have an issue back in the day because I liked BioWare. Like, Neverwinter Nights was one of my favorite games ever, right? But I remember playing that game when it came out and going through like the corridor levels at the beginning of the game, and you're just going through all the wall, like it all just was like, okay, walk forward 10 steps, fight. Walk forward 10 steps, fight.
Just like
walk forward 10 steps, fight. And it kind of got redundant. Now, that killed it for me early, and I didn't ever see it all the way through. So I really need to force myself to even finish the original game, to order to have like an overall opinion of it. But I'm afraid I'll think it's horrible now, just because of how dated it is, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty dated.
I don't mind turn-based combat at all. I think turn-based combat has a place, but it'd be nice with an option. Right?
Yeah, I think it's just what they're doing now with that genre of games. Like, if you look at like Final Fantasy, for example, they're making it more real-time combat and adding in some elements of those turn-based. Like, it'll be real-time, but maybe it'll pause for a second and you can like select
use a potion or something.
Yeah, use like a potion. So maybe they'll go that route, because that seems to be where the industry is trying to modernize that genre, while still keeping it more tactical.
If you look at what is it, the Final Fantasy VII remake?
Yeah, they did a good job of that.
That felt like they kept the core elements of Final Fantasy VII, but making it updated and new. If they did the same with this, I'm okay with that. But if you start changing plots, just start changing characters, just start changing things around where it doesn't feel like the Knights of the Old Republic, that's where you're going to start.
Well, to your point though, Psycho, like Final Fantasy VII Remake is a completely different game. Like the whole like 40+ hour experience of Final Fantasy VII Remake takes place in the first few hours of Final Fantasy VII. Right. Yeah, so they fully fleshed it out, which took a lot of new writing. It took a lot of new characters. It took a lot of new stuff that was never even in the original as far as like content goes. So like there's a lot there. Now maybe like well, that would be crazy. What if they did KOTOR and made it into like a 4-part series that like expand?
I just have a feeling they're gonna do something dumb, like they're like, oh, Revan had another brother that was like bad, so it's still Knights of the Old Republic, but it's just his brother, you know?
Right.
It's like something dumb like that.
I gotta get to this super chat. Thank you, Italian Clowns, $5 super chat. Appreciate it. It says 3-Bit knows things. I know this from people who know things. Yeah, 3-Bit knows things. He's very good at being coy and acting like oblivious to things and pretending that he doesn't know things. And he's also very good at feeding us false information to get our hopes up about things that aren't going to happen as well. Also, shout out to Lupa. Again, like I said, it's awesome to see you hanging out. And Lupa says Jedi Fallen Order November 2022 and reveal May 4th. Who knows? Maybe that's
what she says. Possible.
She says,
about the
it's coming out in November.
She's saying it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she's saying it'll come out in November and be revealed May the 4th.
Oh, that would be cool.
You think this year?
Well, they've been working on a game. We did. A lot of people didn't. Everyone thought it was Titanfall.
You know,
You
that
know what I'm
actually
saying?
kind of makes sense to me.
It would go
And
fall in line
so-
with, you know, they did Apex Legends, like just revealed it and dropped it a couple
Well-
weeks later, right?
Yeah, it's been 3
I
years.
just don't know
since
about
Jedi.
November though. Like, I think a lot of people are gonna try to avoid Starfield this year.
Ooh, that's a good point too.
Oh,
The
true.
Star Wars game going against Starfield.
Yeah,
November,
but it's
but
like it's a
different.
different genre, so it's like it.
Titanfall did that. They kind of screwed themselves.
Yeah, they killed
Well,
themselves.
They basically
they-
killed Titanfall for
That was
bad
EA's
release.
fault. You know,
Yeah.
EA did that purposely, though. That's just me.
Feels like they want to do it one more time just to just to try it if it does release in November.
But it would do well because first off, I mean, Starfield's on Game Pass, so it's one of those things that people are not, if they had to choose what they're going to buy a game for, you know, that's the whole thing with, you know, Titanfall 2. You had Call of Duty, Battlefield, and Titanfall. People chose, you know, Call of Duty. Me personally, I bought Titanfall 2 because I loved that series. I was done with Call of Duty at that time. I really did not enjoy. I think, what was it that came out? Was it Ghost at that time?
For the first Titanfall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. That would have been the cross-gen game.
Yeah. So Ghost, and then the second one I think was the
Advanced Warfare was the next one. I think, wasn't it?
Advanced Warfare after Titanfall 2, or during that time. I think it was the same time,
Yeah.
but it was like a straight ripoff of what Titanfall was. So
Yeah.
it's like, and it didn't do well. And you know, Titanfall 2 was superior with the wall running and that core mechanic and how that game, how you're able to control your character. So I don't know, it's possible. So it's two different genres.
Yeah.
They still could do, you know, because people that love this Jedi Fallen Order, you know, will go to that, you know, and they don't have to, you know, if they got to make one purchase this holiday, that would be a purchase that, you know, because now if they got Game Pass, they don't have to worry, you know, worry about spending another $60 on a game.
So again, so game director Stig Asmussen and his team are working on the next Star Wars Jedi game. Lupa saying that she thinks they've been working on it since the first one came out, and that's why she thinks it's coming out this year. So we'll see. That who knows? That could be, if that happens, it's gonna be huge news.
I wonder if they move to Unreal Engine 5. Also, Kate, you're wrong. Titanfall is not trash.
Was
It's awesome.
was the other one on Unreal 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's
I'm
my
pretty
thing. If they keep the same engine, it can be out this year. If they're upgrading engines, it's going to be out next year.
Yeah,
so.
I think so too.
But they could
I
do-
don't think they. Well, it was Unreal Engine because Respawn uses Unreal Engine. I'm pretty sure it was. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
If it's UE5, probably not this year. But they could also bring it out under the new updated version of UE4, and then do like a UE5 update next year. You know, they'll bring more life. You know, it's like, oh, in the summertime, hey, we got the UE5 update for Jedi Fallen Order 2. And that's a lot of games.
Yeah.
Gears of War, I think, is doing that. I think a lot of other games that use UE4 are getting UE5 updates next year.
It depends on how close they want Jedi Fallen Order 2 to be to the first one. Like, if they just want to like make a new story, like they can just copy a lot of the animations and that will save a lot of time. But that's kind of lazy at the same time. You know, it's like if you're just going to copy all the same stuff and then put it in a new game, it's like,
I mean, Dark Souls does it, and
Kinda
they use the same animations from Dark Souls to Elden Ring.
Horizon.
Everyone's like praising Elden Ring right now. So
if they keep a lot of the same like stuff, they can save a lot of time. But it's just,
yeah, Horizon Forbidden West is using almost all of the same animations from Zero Dawn.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, it saves time, right? If there's only so many ways that someone can run. Like I just animated this one character, and they were standing still, and I'm like, how many different ways can I make someone just turn their head, right? And there's only so many different so many different variations someone can do. But when transferring a file to like Unreal Engine 4 to 5, I've had some problems doing it from 4 to 5, but I've also depending on the scene, if it's like a very heavy scene, some of the materials, some of the code doesn't always go over properly, but sometimes it works perfectly, so it's weird. I don't really know.
Yeah.
I guess that's for the devs to find out if they decided as soon as UE5 was available for developers, they made that decision like, hey, let's just move to UE5.
I think they mocapped all of the first Fallen Order though, didn't they? Because they had that actor who played the cow and whatever.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
maybe
they mocapped a lot. The Jedi lightsaber battles and everything.
Yeah.
I could see them using like the same animations, but maybe they'll touch up or have maybe different attacks here and there.
Interesting.
But yeah, we'll see. I haven't usually when developers move from UE4 to UE5, they will announce it. So I don't think I've heard that from Respawn that they're moving engines. So
maybe not yet.
Still UE4.
Who knows? Or maybe they have in just some like blog post or something that nobody ever talked about, right? Or maybe they're waiting for the official reveal of the game to say what it's using as well. That'll draw a lot of hype with the official reveal, right? Because they haven't announced the name even yet. They just said in the Jedi series, right? So, but there's one more that I want to get into more because we kind of like glazed over this a little bit, and that's the strategy game. So they're getting with it's a new. The team they're partnering with, I've just been looking up on this stuff, is a new AAA independent studio that focuses on strategy games from former developers of XCOM. And it's called BitReactor. Now, on their Twitter, it says a new independent AAA video game studio founded by developers of XCOM and Civilization with a mission to create genre-defining game experiences. So on their Twitter, they actually had in January, on January 20th, before this reveal, actually an article from GameIndustry.biz with the art director, or former art director, but now founder of BitReactor, former art director at Firaxis, creators of XCOM. So he's basically saying that they want to bring strategy games back to the forefront with new storytelling and ways of making them, because like before on these grand scale games, like the resolution and all these kind of things became issues with, so you had to have a lot of text on the screen in order to be able to tell stories and stuff. But he's saying that basically now they're able, with technology where it is, they're able to tell better stories in these style of games. So also with the investment as well, I think. So he was basically saying that, let's see, the whole genre started to fall backwards. Again, this is from GameIndustry.biz, while not having enough production values, and it got dropped a bit. Now that's not a problem. Screen resolution isn't an issue. There are ways to tell stories and convey information that doesn't require a wall of text. That's what we're focused on, bringing that to the genre and really blurring that line between what a strategy game is and what an action game is. He goes on to say, the genre is so malleable. Look at Mario Rapids and Gears Tactics. They couldn't be more different, which are both tactics games. I'll say that also, but they all have the same DNA underneath them. There's a lot of flexibility in it. If you lead with story and immersion, I think you can find ways to just make a great game and not just make a strategy game. He says, our goal is to win Game of the Year. We expect to go head to head with Halo or whoever is out there, just like we did in 2012. I'm guessing.
Wait, who said that?
The founder of BitReactor, the team that is working on the new Star Wars strategy game that is being teamed up with Respawn. So Respawn is like kind of in charge of this thing, and they are working with BitReactor to bring this out. So this is the founder of BitReactor. And this is the project that they have been working on.
Release dates.
Right. Like behind the scenes, he's working on this when he's doing this article. Right. So this is the only project I would imagine that's like worthy of this kind of talk. So I think we can expect that there's going to be a lot of passion and effort put into this strategy game. He says, I honestly think that tablets are going to do for strategy games what consoles did for shooters, and there's a way to take advantage of that. So we're super interested in crossplay and being able to play the game on as many different platforms as possible. But right now, we're really focused on nailing the console experience and PC experience. So again, a strategy game we can count on coming to console right away.
That's awesome.
Did he just say tablet though?
He said he says in the future, like tablets are going to do for strategy games, you know, a lot. So, but he's focused on console and PC.
They are making a new 007. IO is making it. Am I mistaken by that?
Nope, you're right. What was there discussion about 00?
Yeah, in the chat.
Yeah, there's also a that heavily rumored that has not technically been announced yet. GoldenEye
re-release
N64. Right, so that's supposed to be happening, but then also there is a new Bond game, a new 007 game coming out from IOI, and I don't know if it has a release date yet. I think it was just revealed. And there was something interesting, like a lot of these games are getting revealed really early. And I saw Jason Dickbag Schreier make a tweet about he found it interesting too, like people foregoing like the big surprise announcements at like E3 or at events and stuff like this because they need to recruit. And recruiting is hard right now in the games industry even. And there's all these projects we're seeing just get revealed. Like Blizzard just had the survival game that they just plopped out there. You know how much excitement on a big stage there would be for Blizzard new IP to show up? Like that would blow everybody away. Like to see a new game reveal with some kind of badass trailer and then pop on the screen.
Say it's only on mobile phones and then
those times are over.
So it's really interesting. But yeah, I think what do we think this game could be? Because he's talking about first off, he's referencing Rabbids and Gears Tactics, right? Which are two tactics games. They come from XCOM, which is a tactics game.
Yeah. And his background is XCOM and Civilization.
Right. So I'm thinking, even though he's saying strategy, like a strategy is more of a broad term, I'm thinking that what this is going to be a tactics style, XCOM style game with a more fleshed out story in the Star Wars universe.
Sunrise or whatever the hell it's called.
No, not that. God, no. Midnight Suns. No. Yeah. Man, don't bring that. That game got delayed, I think, to revamp it. I'm hoping so.
And they're like, "Oh, we got some bad press on this shit. Fuck."
Yeah.
Fuck that game.
But that was so crazy on that game, Midnight Suns. We talked about that. I was like, "Oh my god, this is like a dream game come true." After I saw the trailer, I was like, "It's gonna be freaking Marvel XCOM. Yeah. It's gonna be insane, Marvel XCOM. Hell yeah!" And then like 2 days later, they had the behind the scenes dev thing, and we're like, "What the fuck is that?"
But see, that was a strategy game with a more story focused, like on the side.
Well,
too,
no, that was it story really, or
you get to choose your own character, or whatever, and like
I don't know. It seemed like a crossover between a mobile experience and a strategy game. Like I don't know. Like that one was like. At first, I thought it was going to have more story because the trailer was amazing.
Yeah, they did a good job on the trailer.
But
they got me too.
Gameplay
just for a little bit, and then I was like, nah.
The whole card system and stuff.
Yeah, I'm done with like card games. I'm like,
not even Gwent. Have you played Gwent?
No.
Yeah, I played Gwent in Witcher 3 and the actual Gwent game.
That's one of my favorites.
Cards for The Witcher 3 to play Gwent.
Yeah, I also
like as far as I go with Solitaire.
Fable pub games. Remember that? The Fable pub games?
Yeah.
That was great too.
And I think that could get you money for in-game, I believe it was at the time.
Yeah.
So I mean that was cool. So you play these little mobile type games that got you things for your console game, which was awesome. That was a great idea. But I
just don't want to play a shitty card game.
Yeah, like Gwent's all right.
What you say about Gwent, Jasper?
Oh my god,
Gwent is awesome.
I was just like, yeah, it was cool, but there was too many elements in that, and that the Witcher 3 that they had just so much
I
to do.
restarted Witcher
And then
like a million times. Yeah.
And then you throw in Gwent, and it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna release a standalone Gwent game to get cards for the Gwent game in Witcher 3. It's like, fuck, man, what are you trying to do to me? Like, I'm already spending hours upon hours in this game.
Yeah.
And it's like, but yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, back to the Star Wars game. Yeah, it's gonna be some XCOM style game.
Yeah.
I don't know. If it's XCOM style, like strategy tactics game, cool. Give us some story, give us whatever they're gonna timeline wise, whatever they're gonna show us, give us that they can really play with that. They can go in between series. They can go. We kind of got a little bit some lore between episode 3 and 4. Is this going to go between 6 and 9, 6 and 7? Like depending on.
Yeah, it's difficult because like, are they just going to do like basic stormtroopers, like a squad of 4 stormtroopers? It's like no one cares, like going and clears out something. There's like, or is it going to be like bounty hunters going and like trying to like capture a dude? Like XCOM style, maybe. Like
I hope it's like Rebels versus the Empire, right? And you actually have
that to me is like I don't want to do that. That's too basic.
So you don't want to. So for me, I'm thinking of, okay, I got my team. I'm team building like an XCOM, and I got my Wookiee that I recruited. I got my droid. I got my Jedi. I got my like smuggler. And then we're going against like Sith Lords and stormtroopers and maybe a bounty hunter.
Exciting now.
and then a bounty hunter on the other team.
I was thinking you were talking about like rebels and stormtroopers like in different like areas. I'm like, I don't know.
I'm thinking like, okay, team building, right? Recruiting all these different characters.
Yeah.
Like they each have their own identities and names and lore, right? And then you build your team up, and then maybe you play it through the story. You could have like a good campaign, then you could also have like a evil campaign, and then you could have multiplayer where you could go and you could be like, okay, I'm gonna take my team full of rebels or Republic or whatever versus your team of Empire.
Or maybe it's
Sith,
2 campaigns. You get an Empire campaign and a Rebel campaign.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A good campaign and an evil campaign, right? Like, man, you could do some cool shit. You could even have like another mode that comes out with DLC later where you have like vehicle strategy, right? Where you have like X-Wing and AT-ATs and all that shit, right?
TIE fighters and all that.
Yeah.
Cool.
My mind's going all these places, man. It's getting exciting.
Yeah, no, that'd be really interesting because at least with the Empire side, you're just not stuck with troopers. You got super troopers. You have, your shock troopers.
Good movie.
Your storm troopers. You have your, super troopers. You got your, the mercs and then Sith and I don't know if you want to play like the what do you call it, the not the Empire, the freaking, oh my god, I forget, the Imperial like high
the Rebel
First Order.
No, the Imperial officers. I don't think
I
think you want to be like one of those guys.
Well, I would see like maybe an Imperial officer like buffs your units, like you like shoot 5% more accuracy or something like that.
Yeah, have General Thrawn, sitting in the back and boost up all that. That'd be interesting. And that's the thing with those tech strategy type games, that you can utilize that. You can have a different play style. So that it's not something we have played other than, what was it, Empire Galaxies, right? Was it Empire Galaxies back in the day?
There was
or
Galactic
RTS.
Battlegrounds was an RTS, and then there was a not Shadow of War. Was it
Galactic Empire?
I don't know. There need to be RTS games that come out too. Like
Galactic Battlegrounds was the Age of Empires 2 Star Wars clone. It was really good.
Okay. There was one that came on PC.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name right now.
I thought it was Galactic Empires, but
It might be that.
I remember that was that they gave discs out for free, like AOL discs back in the day.
Is there a good RTS Star Wars that plays well still on PC?
Galactic Battlegrounds. This is Age of Empires 2.
Galactic Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
So it's like a clone of Age of Empires?
Yeah, it was made off the Age of Empires 2 engine. It's just the people that made that, I think it's the same people. They just skinned all the Age of Empire units as Star Wars units, pretty much.
Okay. Right?
Yeah.
Is that still like is that on Steam or something? I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Empire at War was the other strategy game I was thinking of.
Empire
Empire War. Okay.
Yeah.
And when did that come out? It's been so long since the RTS game came out.
Empire at War came out in like
That's like
07,
early,
I think.
yeah,
06.
early 2000s.
Yeah. Galactic Battlegrounds was 01, I think. So
yeah.
Oh, Doom Reaper says The Boys XCOM style. That'd be kind of cool. I want to see the Invincible game.
The Boys, you got to make it like crazy
gotta make
R-rated
it
though,
brutal.
like and stuff too.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
Gears of War or Gears Tactics.
is that Amazon superhero show?
Yeah, but in the Boys, in the first
Yeah.
episode, there's like the invisible guy shows up in the girl's bathroom naked, when he's just got his dick hanging out. You remember that in the first episode of the Boys? I was like, what is this? Is this a superhero show?
And the guy runs through the.
Yeah, he
What?
runs
Girl.
through the person at the beginning. You know, you
Yeah,
just
the
like
Boys
see
is
this
crazy.
like thing.
I haven't watched The Boys or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, The Boys is great.
Dude.
You guys should check it out.
Dude,
I watched
was-
like
It's
most
on
of
Amazon,
the first
right?
season, then I kind of lost interest.
our,
Okay.
I watched
What?
season. What did it came out?
Well,
season
I
two?
stopped watching. There's like 3 seasons now.
Was
of
it
The
3?
Boys. I think
I thought it
so.
was 2. I thought it was 2, and they're coming out with season 3.
I was
Maybe.
like, I thought the show was like cool for the fact that it was so like crazy R-rated, but thought the story
Oh.
was dumb.
Oh, season 3 is out right now.
I thought the
Yeah.
story
Well-
and the acting was bad.
The fucking
What?
Yeah,
how the second season ended, bro. That was insane. Like, I forget the main character. What the fuck his name was? The one that was supposed to be like Superman. But he's like fucking psychotic. in
Captain
the head.
Asshole. I don't remember his name. But
Yeah, whatever his name was, dude. He had some fucking mommy issues. I'll tell you that. Holy fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck. I'm not even gonna go into it because it can't even fucking. I'll get this channel fucking banned.
Yeah.
The shit that this is. Oh my god.
So
Yeah. I mean,
I'll give it a shot again.
I would say that I want to see an Invincible game, but like, I mean, I do, but then it gets into that territory where he's kind of like Superman, and they are struggling making a Superman game. So I wonder if they could even do a.
I remember there was a Superman game
Invincible
coming.
game. I mean, I guess he's in Suicide Squad, right? He's in that game,
Yeah, but
it's not really focused on him.
no, like a standalone Superman game.
Oh yeah. Good luck to the people who are doing
Yeah.
that.
But see, that's the thing with Superman. It's like,
You just get kryptonite bullets and he's useless.
yeah, but it's one of those things that, you know, because he's too OP and he's too.
Yeah.
They were
for
smart with what
justice.
they did with Returns. Returns, they made it so his health, he didn't have a health bar. His health bar was the city. So I mean, that's kind of smart.
Oh,
'cause,
Return
you know,
and Death of Superman.
the Superman Returns game, yeah.
Yeah.
They made it so the health bar was actually the city's health bar. So you have to go out and save people. That's a smart way to do it.
And I forget, is that Raven Software or High Moon?
Who did that game?
Yeah. So another talented studio. Xbox just
really?
got. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That was one of their games that was listed, but
Yeah, they also
No.
did the Transformers games.
no. So Star Wars RTS. I don't know if there's outside of those two that that Jasper mentioned. They really haven't done one in almost 20 or 15 years at least.
It's insane.
15 years. So it's good that we're not really.
Well, I think this is the
depends.
start of the scene. We're gonna see it happen again
Yeah.
at some point.
I think there's been
If it-
mobile games, but like no one counts those. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well, those were really. I played one mobile game that was Star Wars, but it wasn't RTS. It was more like you get your character cards and you shoot, and it was fucking dumb as fuck.
Oh, Midnight Suns.
Pretty much. Of Star Wars. It was bad. I was just like, what the fuck?
Right.
But no.
All right. So
nice to get another class.
Well, I have high hopes for this based on like this guy's history, what he says their ambitions are. You know, like they're putting AAA on their Twitter profile for the game. You know what I mean? They're no joke. They're really trying to go big with whatever there is they're making in the Star Wars universe. So Respawn and that team putting together, I've got some high hopes for it. We'll see what it turns out to be. But besides Star Wars, there's also some interesting information, movie wise, that came out from The Rock, that he is going to be in another video game franchise movie, and that's supposed to come out next year, I think, or this year, or this next year. I don't remember exactly what he said.
Something like that.
And but he said he can't say what it is yet.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm fucking hoping. You heard it here first. Me saying it. I'm hoping that's fucking Gears of War. I know people.
Microsoft don't make movies.
I want Gears of War. Batista.
Batista.
Whatever.
The barista? Is that barista?
The barista.
So you just go find him out at Starbucks.
He's wanted to do a Marcus Phoenix. He wanted to do Gears of War. He wanted to play Marcus Phoenix. And then I posted the image, and then somebody put Cena as Baird, which would be a pretty good Baird because he's sarcastic and
but can John Cena just like retire and like not show his face?
But you need Gears of War, bulking dudes, so you can't just have like some skinny dude playing. You gotta have
Here's the problem with that, right? You got 3 characters, like this could end up being the worst acted movie of all time, potentially. Like with all 3 of them, you can usually get by one because you surrounded them by a bunch of other good actors.
Just watching WWE at this point,
you can kind of all play off of them. But when you find all these like WWE guys and put them all together, and it's like your guys are the cast of this big budget movie, and you got to bounce off of each other. Well, they're used to bouncing off each other back in the ring, I guess, but you got to bounce off each other with the lines. I don't know, man. Like you got to have some really good cinematography on that thing. I think
they could possibly pull this off if the right person writes the script for each of these characters. They could do it. And I don't know so much as Rock being as Dominic,
because The Rock just plays The Rock. In every movie he's in.
Like Gears of War needs to be more serious, and with those people, I just don't think it would be serious.
Well, Baird was not.
Well, we'll see what The Rock can do in Black Adam.
He's always wise, cracking.
So far, Batista has more range than The Rock does in his roles, which he's like, I'm not saying The Rock is bad, right? He's kind of funny at times, and he's great in action movies and all this stuff. But literally, there's no difference in the character that he portrays in any of his movies. He's exactly the same person. He's The Rock, which is all he needs to be. But do you want The Rock to be Dom?
No, I think he would be better like what was it, Taz, the Simone guy in Gears 2, the one that was tattooed. I think it was Taz.
Okay.
I think I know
he could be him. But now who's the guy that plays Kingpin in the
Vince something?
Is it the guy that I think he was in Pulp Fiction, Vin Rames? I think he'd do a good Coltrane. He probably could do a good Coltrane.
Wait, now I don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm like, what?
He's at Kingpin.
Kingpin is in like Marvel?
Yes, he was in Marvel. He played in the one
you talking about Daredevil Kingpin?
Are you talking about the movie Kingpin?
No. Kingpin.
That dude,
it was the Punisher. The Punisher back. It was John Travolta was in it, and
I mean, he's like
he played,
60 years old.
Yeah, but he doesn't look 60. He doesn't act like he's 60. Or you have Terry Crews. My motherfucker's.
Oh, he might be a pretty good Coltrane.
Yeah,
I think he would be a good Coltrane.
Yeah, he could be a good Coltrane.
There you go. Terry Crews could be.
He's been, if you think about, The Rock has done a couple
he was
of video
a football
game
player.
movies. Oh yeah, he was. The Rock was in Rampage,
Which was
right.
good. He was good in that, and it didn't feel like The Rock either. That was one thing.
He's in Doom.
What about the
He's in
actor
Doom.
that's in Black Panther that plays the other like tribe leader in Wakanda? You remember they kind of had it back
I
and
know
forth,
you're talking about.
you know?
I can't think of his fucking name.
Oh,
He's kind of a bigger dude, you know?
the guy in the mountains.
Yeah, that
in the
I
snow.
can't remember the character's name, right?
I
But he
forget it.
led the other group that was like anti
The Snow Tribe.
yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that he also re-signed and redid his contract for Black Panther movies and Marvels, so he's going to be playing a bigger role going forward in those movies. But I think he can make a good Coltrane
Black Panther
as well.
Yeah, good. But Coltrane's more energetic. Terry Crews is very energetic.
Yeah.
So Terry Crews would be my new choice.
How about you just cast Michael Irvin?
No.
I mean, let's think about. All right,
You don't
so
need
if
a
it wasn't,
I'm a
if it
Cowboys
wasn't
fan.
Gears of
No.
War, then
former football
what
player,
else? What other movies do you guys think it could be if it's not Gears? What are some other
Okay,
movies?
this
Said
is
it was
where I
a
wanna
game
go.
he liked playing. But is that just like a PR thing?
That's got to be a PR
But-
thing. Like it's so.
Is he
I
The
saw-
Rock
I mean,
is a
he's
very
on
Xbox
Xbox.
guy,
Actually,
right? He's been
Yeah,
involved with
that's true.
Xbox.
Uh,
Halo.
what's
What was a Halo movie?
What's his name? No.
they're already
We got
making
the
the
TV show. No, Italian Clowns posted. I think it was The Rock. Actually has Gears of War as one of the things he's working on. He was a writer on Gears of War.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
A Rock.
Yeah, so
He's the writer?
He was right.
He
A
wrote
writer. A writer.
on what?
A
Which
writer.
one?
You're talking about on a okay.
The movie. A
Clowns,
movie.
are you still there? I need information on this.
It's on IDBM, whatever that.
I
Oh, I thought you were talking about the games.
IMDb, whatever. That fucking site, dude. All right.
I just don't think it's an Xbox movie. If it is, it's gonna be a Gears one. But the Xbox doesn't really make movies, you know. It's like
They
That's
almost
the
made a Halo
point.
movie.
They
yeah,
almost-
there's
they turned it
almost a
into
lot of
District
things,
9.
but
But almost
turned into
doesn't
District
count.
9.
All right, so let's see. The Rock, Gears of War.
I feel like it's got to be a WB or a Sony IP.
Sony IP. So they're
I
already
don't.
making
I don't see nothing
Uncharted.
Sony IP.
They're already making Last of Us.
I don't see a Sony IP. It's either Xbox.
I was just picturing him as freaking
Uh-oh.
Aloy for a second. I'm like, wait.
What's wrong? What's wrong, man?
Doesn't I'm trying to think, man. Like
Oh.
he knows. I mean, they cast fucking Tom Holland to play Nathan Drake, right?
That was horrible.
Doom.
So,
said-
you
Mark
never
Mark
know.
Mass Effect.
And Marky Mark to play fucking
Sully.
with Sam. Sully.
Yeah.
Sully. Come on. That Sully was an old white-haired guy.
Well, this
Come
is like a
on.
prequel. You know, this is like, but
Even if
Granted.
he can't, like, he's young, like really young. Like, are you serious? Like, they're gonna go that far back?
I mean, Blizzard's also kind of dipped in the realm of movies too, so maybe it could be a Blizzard game.
it
or
could be a
something.
StarCraft game.
Mm,
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but I don't see who The Rock would be playing.
Well,
that-
I mean, you
that
just say a
franchise
random
is
soldier
dead,
guy
okay?
that's you make a story around.
It's dead. They gotta revive it.
They made a
Could be
they
like
made a Warcraft
Overwatch.
movie already. Overwatch, the movie. Okay, so what's been rumored that's in there's a Gears show that's coming, isn't there? Did they already announce that there's going to be a Gears show?
I think there used to be like a Gear show in the works, but it got like just infinitely delayed and canceled and stuff, kind of like the Halo movie.
Yeah.
And then Barista, whatever his last name is, he wanted to be Marcus Phoenix. Like he's been championed this for a long time. And that's why I thought like we saw his character, the alternate Marcus Phoenix character in Gears 5 for multiplayer.
Yeah.
They did that for a purpose. They put that, they implanted that. So if that was to come true, that people already have that character in their minds, and it's okay. It won't be, because Marcus is a very iconic character. It's one of those, it's just like Master Chief's voice. You can't really duplicate it. So it's very interesting how they're going to duplicate it, the TV show.
Yeah, I think like Xbox would. I think they're going to test out the TV show waters first before they ever try to hop into the movie. But
so this is interesting. I was just searching on Google and I found an article from 13 years ago. Gears of War screenwriter likes The Rock from Marcus Phoenix. That's from 13 years ago.
That was Baby Rock back then, wasn't it?
Yeah. It definitely looks
was that
a lot
Fanny
different.
Fanny Pack Rock? Well, that was after Fanny Pack. That was definitely after.
And he says, I can actually see that Dwayne Johnson may not be as big as the in-game Marcus Phoenix, but really who is? Have you seen him lately? 13 years ago. Yeah, Dale North, who wrote this article 13 years ago. 13 years, he's just added muscle. Like even this picture of the Rock looks like skinny Rock. It's crazy. Yes, the Rock didn't always used to be as massive as he is now. He's been gaining a lot of weight too for that Black Adam role.
Yeah, so that's the role I'm really interested in seeing how different he can play, because he's kind of a villain. I mean, Black Adam is a villain. So I seen the teaser where he pretty much killed like a couple guards, if I remember correctly. He like electrocuted them and they like burst. So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
But that would be the role I'm like looking at. I'm like, okay, this is pretty different for The Rock. Like you have some actors who are very comfortable in certain roles, like The Rock, or I feel like Will Smith. Will Smith, I feel like makes really bad movie decisions. Like he's a great actor, but he
makes bad interview decisions too.
That too, yeah. He needs someone to pick his movies for him. He's missed out so many times.
Yeah, he's turned down really good roles, and he comes out with stupid shit instead.
Yeah,
what
the heck is that about?
Far Cry.
Far Cry. There was a Far Cry movie before. It was made by that German filmmaker, U Boll, that only got video game IPs in order to basically suck the life out of them and make money. And it was actually his purpose, and he admitted this in the interviews, was to make the movies as bad as possible, because he got more money in like the tax write-offs or the incentives from the country or something like that than he actually did in the movie's success. So he did a bunch of those movies back then, and Far Cry unfortunately was one of them, which was a horrible movie. Also, if anybody has a chance, go watch one of the worst video game movies of all time, Far Cry, by U Boll. However, doesn't mean there can't be a new one. It
doesn't have to be a live action movie. Like, why are we thinking it's a live action movie?
It's true.
Because there's that Mario movie coming out, so it could be a Nintendo movie.
Chris Pratt as Mario.
No,
that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Maybe he will be in maybe he'll be in Mario. They just haven't announced his character yet. Maybe he'll be Bowser.
I think they already announced Bowser.
Who was Bowser?
I don't remember, but they announced a bunch of characters like when they first showed that.
Did they announce Yoshi yet? Maybe he'll be Yoshi.
Maybe.
Spooky says, oh yeah, I guess he is an anti-hero. I said villain, but he used to be just a villain at some point. I'm sure they made him a little bit better. Okay,
so we're gonna each pick a franchise, a video game franchise that we want to see Rock be in. Okay, as a movie. Okay. I haven't thought about this at all because this idea just came to me.
I just literally just thought of it right when you said that.
All right. So Jasper, since you already know, you go first.
KhAos, God of War.
Okay. with the bald rock. You know, the new bald rock that's out there. You know, I could see that.
I hope not.
I don't want to see that.
Doesn't mean it's gonna be good, but
Okay. All right.
I mean, okay, sure.
In the direction of deer, boy. I don't know.
Boy. It's a
Boy.
deer. Yeah, can he?
maybe that's too M-rated for Rock. He doesn't like those.
No, that's the thing. Where Black Adam is kind of R-rated. I think it looks R-rated.
You think?
So we'll
I mean,
see.
Rock. Maybe he's gonna go down a dark path at some point and just start
Dune
making a
was
bunch
R-rated.
of fucked up movies.
Yeah, that was before like Rock was a big like actual movie. Actually,
True. True.
Yeah.
He's trying to make it.
Okay.
All right, Psycho, you go. I don't have my answer yet.
Me neither.
Rock playing a video game character.
I guess you said Marcus, right? Or
No,
no? Or the
No.
the guy from
Taz.
Taz.
I think it was Taz. The Samoan guy from Gears 2.
Is that your finale answer?
I mean, that's what I could see, you know, him really. There's really nothing else that I can think of.
yeah, no.
Yeah, I literally can't think of
There's-
another franchise.
Because if you're trying to picture The Rock playing a video game character that closely resembles who he is, it's hard. I mean, he can play whoever he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Rampage. Like, he was a zoologist or whatever. Whatever his
And he
character-
plays
Maybe they'll
some,
do a
like-
Pong movie.
A Pong movie.
Pong.
Hey, they could do it.
But
Maybe it could be a new Pokemon
thinking
movie.
Xbox, we're thinking PlayStation. We're not thinking just IPs that have been out there.
Probably a new Pokemon movie. I'm changing my answer to a Pokemon movie.
Pokemon.
What
You
is
can't
it-
change your answer. What about
Is he
mine?
gonna be what's it, the Charmander?
Just the human, and then he goes around catching Pokemon with the sun. I don't know.
It's gonna help people. Somebody's gonna. Yeah, I get where you're going with that. I could see that actually.
Yeah.
He does a lot of those kind of things, right? So Psycho. I know it's hard. I'm still trying to think as well. I'm gonna start googling video game franchises.
He's like Black Adam. Like, okay, so when you think of that DC character, I can picture The Rock playing Black Adam. I can picture that. You know what I'm saying? But video game, fuck. It's like one of those like, who really can The Rock play
Yeah, it's
outside of being like,
hard.
you know, a general like Doom, like in Doom, he was just a regular. He was just a Martian soldier. He wasn't Doom guy, so he was just a regular soldier.
Maybe
it's just-
Wolfenstein.
Okay.
Good.
As BJ, what's his name? Laskowitz?
Yeah.
Something. That's my answer.
There you go.
Okay.
There's 3 bets.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
saying
think that's
I'm
premature,
reserving
though.
for last. So you got to come up with something, Psycho.
Well, you are last, so let's get to it, man.
No, Psycho. Did you pick one, Psycho?
Oh wait, yeah, did you?
No, he didn't.
Okay, never mind. I take it back.
I got ideas
Yeah.
swirling. I know. Okay, I think I already know what I'm gonna pick.
And
I mean, you
Doom
can
made
play-
a good suggestion that Jack Black should be in a Pong movie. Like I was kind of kidding, but I could actually see a Pong movie. Like they could literally make a movie out of Pong. You'd be like, what would the movie be about? I don't
Didn't
know.
Adam Sandler do that? Pixels or whatever.
Oh, what happens
was
if
that
he's,
about it?
if they do a Halo movie and he's Sergeant? He's the Sarge. Sergeant Johnson.
Oh no,
Dwayne Johnson is the
I
Sergeant
would-
Johnson.
I would never see that.
Ah,
I I would kick all their butts.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
That's
You wouldn't lay a
solid.
finger on the rock.
No.
I would be like, and I would break my hand, and I'd do it again.
But if they did that, they would have to get someone that's taller than The Rock to play Master Chief. It need to be someone like Usain, not Usain, but like a really tall basketball player to play him.
The guy's playing Master Chief is pretty tall, right? He's like 7 feet. He was on
like
Game of Thrones.
6.
I'm pretty sure the guy who's playing Master Chief was on Game of Thrones, and he was like one of the.
He's 6'6". He was on like
He was on Game.
He was on something else that's popular.
He wasn't on Game of Thrones.
No, it's something else. I can't remember what it was, but it's another popular show.
What's your pick?
My pick, Rainbow Six Extraction. And he's gonna play an operator. So we'll make him Sledge.
I could see like a rainbow like
Sam?
SWAT movie or something.
Why not Sam?
Yeah. That's Sam. I don't want The Rock to play Sam. Are you kidding me?
Do it.
You want them to ruin Splinter Cell forever? They already supposedly cast Tom Hardy to play him, and that was going to be amazing. You know how excited I was when they announced that Tom Hardy was going to be Sam Fisher in a Splinter Cell movie, and I'm like, and he seemed genuinely excited about it. I'm like, oh my god, like one of my favorite actors and one of my favorite video game franchises ever. Like Tom Hardy is range.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, it ain't gonna happen
He did
now.
have range.
No, that got like
He's a good actor.
that got revealed like
Glad
freaking over 10 years ago. It's not gonna happen now. You know? But like Tom Hardy, like, yeah, so much range. He could definitely do it. Right? He could play Bane, or he could play, you know, a mafia guy, or
He
Or
played
Mad
this
Max.
mafia
yeah. I mean,
twin guy. I don't know if you've seen.
yeah,
those movies.
that and both of the personalities, those guys are completely different. I mean, like, it has a lot of range. He could do anything. He can talk in like his normally like higher pitched British voice, or he can be talking like a lower voice. I mean, he's just a great actor. I mean, so I'll say for The Rock, he can either play Rook, Doc, or Sledge in a Rainbow
I feel
Six
like if they make a
Extraction.
rainbow movie, they would like make their own new characters.
Probably so. Yeah.
Wait, I'm changing my answer.
Orange is the new black, Kate says. Yes.
There was
That's
that
what he was-
Amazon
keep it.
movie
I'm gonna keep it.
where it's like a prequel to Rainbow Six or whatever. So maybe they're actually going to start making that Rainbow Six movie. You know?
Hopefully, but I want, man, that Without Remorse, that was so good. Michael B. Jordan, like, it's awesome in that. He plays a badass. Anybody that
So,
hasn't
like,
seen
maybe-
Without Remorse, you got to see it.
The sequel to that, maybe The Rock's gonna be in that. You know?
Could be. But then I have to ask, is that a video game franchise or a novel franchise?
That's
Also
true.
watched 13 Hours. He was in 13 Hours, the guy that's playing Master Chief.
Kate says The Rock is 6'5".
We'll see.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. We'll see. Anyway.
Yeah, that's a hard one, because The Rock does not. His range is like a rock, you know.
Yeah. Hey,
So
hey, Mr. Johnson.
he's great.
We have
He's
an
great.
idea for this new character,
Love you, Rock.
and he's you. So, do you want to play
You're
you
gonna
in
play a
this movie?
daddy, and you're gonna be dressed up like a fairy or whatever that movie was.
Yeah, Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
That was a good movie, I have to say.
Yes, Rock is awesome. I said nothing.
This is not an attacking The Rock, right? The Rock is great. It's just whatever role you picture him in, you have to know that he's going to be him in that role, and he's not going to portray the character that you're thinking of. So you got to figure out who is exactly like The Rock. If you want that character, if you are okay with your character being played by The Rock, you got to think, okay, they're going to act like exactly like The Rock. I mean, that's just what it is. So anyway, all right. So, Kate has a great one. Shao Kahn.
They are making a Mortal Kombat movie.
Yeah, I said that in FunPop chat.
Yeah.
But-
So when did that get announced
did.
today?
Yeah, I got it announced today.
And it's a
Mortal Kombat
direct
2.
sequel.
Yeah, to the one that came out in 2019, I
But
think.
different writer.
Oh, the
Or
one that
something?
came out last year. It was.
Or was it last year it came out?
Yeah.
Oh, That was
Yeah,
old,
because it was during the pandemic. That was like one of the main.
I think it's
staples
2020.
of the HBO Max.
Right. So
Yeah, so 2020.
either
What? I thought it was
either late
2020.
2020, early 2021. I don't remember, but it. So Mortal Kombat movie sequel. Now, my hopes from this is they fix that new characters look.
That whole movie was just.
It was okay.
It wasn't the whole movie. If they make the whole movie like the intro, then it'll be amazing.
2001. It came out. So it was
2021.
Yep.
Yeah, last year.
Okay, so
I got it on HBO Max.
wow, so they already announced a sequel to that. So when is that? When did they say when it's coming? 2023.
It just got announced today, so it hasn't even started filming or anything. So
Right.
it's going to be a while.
Okay. So that movie was really, I enjoyed it up until like the character revealed his like, what did they call it? His chi or key or something.
Yeah, his inner
power, whatever he finally unleashed. And then it
the
just made
golden
him,
fleece.
and it just gave him like a gold shirt, and that was his like power.
and a gold nightstick or whatever.
Gold nightsticks and a gold shirt. It's like, wow, cool. It's Golden Boy.
I thought he was going to be.
I would
what is it?
immediately write him off.
For Scorpion's
Yeah.
grandson or whatever it was. It's like,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be. What's his name? Tataki. Whoever the son of Scorpion. 'Cause
yeah,
he
but
had
they said this was a
he
whole
had
new
the
character
batons.
for the movie.
I know, but with the batons, and they missed an opportunity of doing that.
So
And
Kate showed this in the chat. This is, I don't know who the artist is, so shout out to whoever the artist is of this, but the concept of the Rock as Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat.
that would work.
It could be a thing, man, because they just announced the movie today. They didn't announce any of the cast. It would make sense for Shao Kahn to be in the sequel, right?
See, I was thinking that, but like, if The Rock was going to make that announcement, like, why wouldn't he just wait 2 days to be like, and I'm going to be in the new Mortal Kombat? It's
Yeah.
like,
Was Shao Kahn in the last one? I don't remember.
No.
No,
At
it was
all?
just
It was
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
I know Shang-Chi was in it, but like it's Shang Tsung.
Shang-Chi.
Shang Tsung.
Or Shang-Chi.
Shang-Tsung.
Shang-Tsung.
Shang Tsung.
Your soul is mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
And the actor they hired to play Shang Tsung sucked compared to the original Shang Tsung. I'm sorry, whoever you are. I'm sure you're great in other things. But
I think he's Shang-Chi.
I think that Shao Kahn didn't make any kind of like, even just for a second, even at the end, like a little.
No.
Didn't it?
I almost think it did.
Nope.
I think it ended with like them like setting up the next tournament or something, didn't it? And like there was a big bad guy.
Yeah, they were setting up the next tournament, but there was no
Shao
They
Kahn
didn't have-
appearance whatsoever.
No big.
I don't think so.
No, they
Okay.
did not show him at all.
Now, if I'm wrong, feel free to tell me in chat. But I'm pretty sure that was one of my cons. That's why I'm like so sure. But like, it's like, where is
Oh, he
Shao
could play
Kahn?
Khan. No, it's just okay. No. Star Trek
Star
reference.
Trek?
No one got it.
It's like
Yeah.
Kahn. Okay, yeah. All right.
What's happening with the Star Trek movies? Okay, that's another thing.
We don't want to
They're only
upset
good-
Jasper.
They're only
on-
good
on-
when
yeah.
On-
J.J.
on-
Abrams done them.
Yeah, sorry, Jasper.
I don't think Jasper likes the J.J. Abrams movies.
Yeah, they're not. They ruined
Those
the
are the
whole
only ones
franchise.
I like. I don't like the other ones.
They ruined the whole timeline.
No, I don't care about the timeline. It was never good.
All right, real quick though, like, what do you want to? Okay, so let's say they are making a new Star Trek movie, Jasper. What do you want?
Just don't make it.
Just don't make it. Just leave
Just
it.
leave it alone.
Yeah.
Babylon 7.
It's perfect the way it
Well,
is.
what if it was the next generation?
If they go back to, well, see, they can't go back to canon timeline now because they fucked up the whole timeline. if they could stay in canon timeline, yes, go to like a few hundred years after the next generation. I'll be fine with that.
Alternate timeline. It's an alternate timeline.
But it's connected now with the Picard show.
What, the new movies?
Yeah, the new movies are connected with the old timeline now.
How?
It's a whole fucking thing.
Paramount Plus, I guess. Right.
Yeah. So brief timeline summary. At the beginning of the JJ universe, Romulus got destroyed. So Spock came back in time to try to stop the Romulus sign from blowing up or whatever.
The different timeline.
Yeah, that's where the timeline splits.
Yes.
And then like when we get into the Picard show, now Romulus is destroyed from that old timeline. So it reset everything that we've known before. It's a new timeline. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not JJ Abrams' fault.
Yeah, it is. He started a new timeline.
Yeah, but that's not
that's
his
the
fault.
other writer's fault.
Whoever wrote Picard fucked it all up. I mean, come on. So Picard is actually alternate timeline then. It's not the original timeline.
But everything that's happened before it's a whole timeline fucking loop bullshit. he remembers everything and did everything before, but now Romulus is destroyed. Some time travel bullshit.
Hey, that's not on Abrams. That's not his fault. That's whoever wrote Picard. And fuck Picard.
He was the director of like the
Star Wars and
the Star Trek movies that were good back in the day, like with Patrick Stewart and stuff.
Well,
but he never. I don't think he did a movie.
Yeah, he
What
did.
are you talking about?
Yeah, there was the Star Wars movies.
There's 4 next gen movies.
Yeah.
The heck are you guys talking about?
Well, there was First Contact, Generations, Insurrection, and Nemesis.
Yeah, those were all good. I liked all those movies.
I never watched those.
2 of them were directed by Jonathan Frakes, which plays number 1 in Next Generation. I don't know who the other 2 were directed by.
I never watched them.
You never watched those movies? I grew up with those as the Star Trek. That's what I knew of Star Trek.
After watching the ones where they went to go save the fucking last whale, they had to go inside to save the last whale. That I was fucking.
What movie was that? Where they saved
that
the
was
last whale?
That was 4, I think.
Yeah, 4 or 5, I think.
Of the original with Shatner?
Yeah.
And Spock?
Yeah.
I don't remember it though. I remember watching those too when I was little.
I was fucking done.
Um,
Must save the majestic humpback whale. We gotta teleport this fat bitch up into space.
And they had to go back in time to save the whales on Earth from the 1970s, and then they had to travel around the sun to time travel back to the future.
Wow.
It was a wreck.
I'm sure it had.
I haven't watched Picard yet.
I was done. I was done after that.
So.
And yeah, go ahead.
I saw some Spooky mentioning Moon Knight in the chat.
Yeah. Also, fun fact about Moon Knight: the reason or the one of the directors or writers of it, is the same one that did Daredevil. So
the movie,
it has that
or
feeling.
the show.
The show.
Okay, good.
The show. So it has that feeling too when you're watching like the trailer for Moon Knight. It has that Daredevil like brutal feeling where you're kind of discovering the character over time, and
yeah,
I don't know, it has that cool feeling.
Yeah, I did like that trailer. It seemed pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean he has alternate personalities.
Didn't one of the main characters in that just die or something?
In Moon Knight,
the Marvel show.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
The young version of Moon Knight I think passed away.
Oh damn. Wow.
So like I guess in flashbacks maybe he was in it.
I didn't know if it was gonna be like I didn't know who it was. I just thought it was like a main person.
Wow, that sucks.
I think it was the younger Moon Knight. I'm not sure though.
Well, everybody. On that note, we're gonna say bye to everybody here. It's been a fun show. We've got to talk a lot about Star Wars. We got to talk about The Rock.
A
lot of Rock talk. And then also
Rock.
A little bit of discovery of what's wrong with Star Trek right now.
It's a discovery.
So
it's something.
3-bit. Hey, thanks for hopping in with us, bro. As always, you're always welcome here on FunPop, as you're a FunPopian. Where can everybody find you?
Everyone can find me on the Twitters. My Twitter is @i3bit. and I am on this show and also freaking Ultimate when I can. And I love you all, and I will see you in the next show.
When's the next ENZ?
Next ENZ. Oh, so ENZ, for those who don't know, it's me and my sister's podcast.
3 and Z.
3 and Z.
I know.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, ENZ.
Sorry, the 3
I
and
was like,
Z.
what is it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
and
and Z. My bad.
Yeah, stands for 3-bit, and my sister's name is Aziza. That would probably be February like 3rd, I believe. But we'll see. That's what we're planning on. Next one will be all both of my sisters. That's what we're trying to do. So not just me and Ziza, it'll be me, Ziza, and my other sister.
I forget what's your other sister's
we're
name.
trying to do all Akila.
So is it going to be 3Z and K or 3Z and A?
That's too complicated. So we just
3A to Z. Oh, there you go. 3A to Z.
Oh, A to Z or something. And just switch it.
3A to
Z. We're aiming to have all of us just talking, and we're working on different stuff.
Is your other sister an artist?
She is an artist, but she's more in fashion. So she's more on the fashion side of things. So might be something there. I might like animate something again, or illustrate a comic while she's drawing, and then maybe my sister is either just talking or maybe she does something. We'll see. Well, we're still planning it out, but thanks for let me be here, and it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
Spooky. I'm so glad you're back, man. It's a pleasure that you are here in this community, and I'm just glad to see your face. Well, your name. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Bye, everyone.
Right on, dude. Mellow Fellow from Outer Space, Psychonauts, who hasn't seen any of the Patrick Stewart Star Trek movies, which surprises me.
Tell me, after the fucking whale.
Well, I gotta say, go and watch the Picard ones because they're good. Like, they're better.
Yeah, some of them are.
Some of them are.
I'll get with Jasper, and then he'll give me a list of what to watch.
Yeah.
And then I'll
First Contact and Nemesis are the best ones.
Yeah,
The other
there's
ones are
one
kinda
with
shit.
Whoopi Goldberg that's really good.
No,
I think that's
no,
Generations, and that's shit.
that's a TV show.
No,
I
like
watched
there's
that.
one that has Whoopi Goldberg in it, and
There's a movie with her.
Yeah, no, and
Yeah.
Picard, he like goes to Christmas past.
Yeah, they go into the Nexus, and it's like and they meet Kirk or something.
Yeah, Captain
some
Kirk
stupid
and
bullshit.
Patrick
Yeah.
Stewart meet, and they get to hang out.
That was
and
the
it's-
first movie.
Yeah,
That,
it's really good. I liked it, and I
And
liked
I just
the other ones
I just
too.
remembered how the timeline starts. Picard opens up with Spock like pretty much leaving and going into the JJ first. So like the planet doesn't blow up yet. So like all the timeline's still intact until the Picard show. I just remembered that. So I was a little wrong.
Yeah, they're all great.
okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah, where
but-
can everybody find you?
Yeah, everyone, you can chat. Thanks for coming out, Spooky brother. Awesome to have you in the chat. It's great to have you in the community again. You were definitely missed. Love you, brother. Everyone, you can find me everywhere. Psychonauts 8 on social media. You can find me on here every Wednesdays at 7 and Fridays on Xbox Ultimate at 9:00 p.m. with the Great 8. I don't know.
It seems
Whatever.
so
Great,
awkward
yeah.
whenever we say that now. Like, I think we just need to.
Because they just
It doesn't roll off the tongue like Magnificent Seven, right?
I think
Yeah.
one week didn't he call it like the 8 fuckers or whatever?
The 8 magnificent
Call it the
fuckers.
mate.
The mate.
So, yeah, you can find me there on Friday nights.
Right on.
It's great to have you guys.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here, Psycho. And Jasper, the realist, the Star Trek lore master, who has discovered all the holes in the loop.
Yeah, there's some time travel bullshit.
Where can everybody find you, sir?
Jasper _gaming_ on Twitter, Jasper Gaming on YouTube, FunPop on Wednesdays and Xbox Ultimate on Fridays. And yeah, what about you, Mav?
Well, because you asked, tomorrow we're going to have an awesome show on PM in the PM. Pong and I are going to be deep diving on some more stuff in the video game business, but we have a special guest tomorrow as well. Colt Eastwood is going to be joining us. He'll be our first guest on PM in the PM. So looking forward to that. Then Friday, Xbox Ultimate Podcast with the Great Eight. And we're going to have a blast. It goes left. We'll have a lot of fun. And then Saturday is FSP with Key and Fuzzy. And yeah, Mondays we do tidbits sometimes as well. So check that out. But yeah, it's great to have everybody here. Good seeing you, Lupa. I can't wait to hopefully you're there on Friday and we get to talk to you and stuff. I appreciate everybody being here. Spooky, it's amazing to see you, dude. I love that you're here as well, man. So we will see you all again. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
See you later, everybody.
Bye.
And don't buy
dirt scooters.
FunPop. FunPop. FunPop.